Hi, my name is Lakeisha. The name of this channel is Aging Out to Adulting. This channel is aimed at giving life skills advice to former foster kids who have aged out of foster care. Please hit the like, subscribe, and notification icons. And if you know a former foster kid who has aged out of the system, please recommend this channel to him or her. All right, back again. I'm starting to really enjoy doing these videos. All right, because I see I'm getting to some people and educating them on things I wish I knew as a foster kid. So the name of this video is 8 things I wish I knew when aging out of foster care. So per usual, I'll give you the 8 bullets and then we will go in depth in each one. Right? So safeguard number one is safeguard your important documents. Number two, always plan for housing, meals, and clothing. Number three, get your driver's license and keep your record clean. Number four, be financially responsible. Number five, keep your life organized. Number six, love those who love you. And number seven, develop and maintain a belief system guide to guide you. And number eight, prioritize yourself. All right, so we'll start with number one. It says safeguard your important documents. Okay, so what are those important documents? First of all, there would be your social security card, birth certificate, driver's license if you have one, and passport if you have one. So those are the four major documents that you. Also, if you are have been emancipated, that document would be included in that too. All right. So these documents are important because for you to safeguard because people try to steal your identity all the time. So you want to safeguard these documents. You don't want someone else to become you and do bad things with your information. Also, you need these documents to advance your life. For example, you need these documents to get into school, get a job, get an apartment, whatever you want to do. So keep these documents on your person, even if you have copies on your phone. It might be a good idea. All right, this is the tip. It might be a good idea to place these documents in a plastic bag. So place them in a plastic bag and then place them inside a baby sock. And then if you're a female, pin it to your bra. If you're a male, pin it to your underwear. All right. Now, if you are staying in a shelter, if you are staying in a shelter and you use the community showers, take your pinned underwear in the shower with you. Obviously, don't wear it while you're taking a shower. Keep your documents nice and dry, but put them in an area where they won't get wet, but you still can see them. All right. Now, why am I telling you this? This is sage advice from a person who has experienced death at a shelter. All right. So do those things. All right. Number two, plan for housing, meals, and clothing. This should be the number one thing on your priority list if you don't have these things taken care of already. So every day you should be up saying to yourself, well, how am I going to get housing, food, clothing? This should be your number one priority after the documents. All right. So you can use 211 or the information hotline in your state, or you can use AI to find clean, safe shelters, meals, and clothing. Now, if you don't have your immediate physical needs met, it is impossible to advance your life in any other area. So these are your immediate physical needs. These need to be taken care of first of all. So if you want to go to work, if you want to go to school, you can't do these things unless food, clothing, and shelter are taken care of. So always plan for these things. Plan in advance. Okay, this shelter is going to let me stay here for 6 months. So plan, that's how you're going to live for the next 6 months. And then always start looking the day you go into the first shelter. Look for the second option. That the very next day. Don't wait until the last minute to look for your next option. All right. So always be keenly aware of your resources or how to get these resources. Again, use the information hotline in your state or AI. And tip. Now, this is very important tip. Well, they're all important tips, but this one is of great interest. It says get a job that provides a uniform so that cuts down on the clothing you have to buy. All right. Now, also get a job where food is provided. And so if you get food and clothing taken care of, then now you only have to worry about housing. Now, are you going to stay in this career forever? At Kentucky Fried Chicken or Burger King or McDonald's? No, you're not. But you're a kid, you're a teenager. It's very acceptable for you to work in these type of jobs coming out of foster care. All right. So it's a starting point. And most of us, I started as a waitress. My first legal job was as a waitress at a restaurant. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. All right, number 3, get your driver's license and keep your record clean. If you don't have a driver's license, hire one of those driving schools and they will take you through the process. Right? You need your driver's license to get to work and identification. And as always, I told you I would give you the truth as a foster kid. All right, this is the tip. Keep your license clean because no one is there to bail you out of jail for some stupid parking tickets. So you will be put in jail for parking tickets or speeding violations and and it is what it is. We don't have people that we can go to say, "Can you bail me out?" We don't have a mommy and a daddy to help us out. So it's just best to keep your record clean, follow the rules, follow the laws, keep your driver's license clean. All right? Number 4, be financially responsible. All right? And there's 3 points to this. All right, so the first point is don't use credit cards or even carry them on your person. Now, why do I say that? People are like, oh, what if you have an emergency? And no, you if it's a real true emergency, you can go back to wherever you're at and pick up the number, and then use the credit card to, let's say, get your car towed off the tow lot or whatever. But if you carry that credit card, it's a 90% chance you'll be using it when you don't need to. So that's why I say don't carry your credit card on you. If there's a safe place where you can keep it away from you while you're at work, then I would suggest you put it there. But if you have to carry it on you because there's no other safe place for you to carry it, then do so. But just don't use it because it's bad to borrow money. Because at this stage in the game, you have no way to pay it back. You barely have enough money to survive. And you definitely don't have money to be paying people back. So the best rule of thumb is to don't borrow money from people. Don't borrow money from people or credit cards. Number 2, bankruptcy. Bankruptcy shouldn't be an option. All right. There's a method out there called the Dave Ramsey Financial Planning Method. All right. Dave Ramsey, DAVE, last name Ramsey, RAMSEY. It's a straightforward road to success. And a lot of people say, "Oh, he's an old-fashioned white man." But listen, this old-fashioned white man has helped me a lot, and he's helped a lot of other people become millionaires. So it's a very straightforward way to organize your money and get on the path to financial success. The last one, save your money. Now, this is pretty straightforward. Save some money. Okay, but the first thing I want you to do, and this is the tip, is set aside an amount of money per paycheck to go to work the next week. Okay, all the financial advisors on the internet, they're going to say, save your money for this. And no, save your money when you first get out of foster care. You need money to go to work The first thing you should do when you get your check is take some money, put it to the side. Don't let nobody talk you out of giving it up either. And save your money so you can have money to go to work the next week. Right now, I'm just telling you the basics, and that's one of the basics. All right. All right. Number 5, stay organized. Always have a schedule or to do list for the next day, week, and month. So on my phone, I use the calendar to write down important appointments. But I also have a memo for what I'm going to do each day, what I'm going to do each week, what I want to do for the month. That's the only way you're going to advance your life. Get from point A to point B. Get from the shelter to an apartment. Get from an apartment to wherever. Is to have an organized life. Number 6, love those who love you. Okay, tip. Let me go down 1 second. When you're about to do something for someone else, ask yourself, would they do that for me? If the answer is no, then you know your answer, what your answer should be also. Now, sometimes you'll have a charity case. Somebody needs a ride here, or, they're really strapped for food or whatever. But just use your gut feeling. Your gut will tell you what to do. Go with that feeling. Go with your gut feeling. But for the most part, take care of yourself first. All right, number 7, develop and maintain your belief system to guide you. Now, I know you're going to say, why is this important? And I already know what I believe. Well, contrary to popular belief, a college degree, a spouse, a house, a kids, a career, the American dream doesn't necessarily make you happy. That's why you see people who have everything and they're not happy. All right. So the Bible says, and this is the only Bible verse I'm going to give you in this whole video. Matthew 5:3 says, be conscious of your spiritual needs, and that makes you happy. So, if I were you, what I did when I was your age, and especially when I first got out of foster care and I was staying in the shelter, I started reading one book of the Bible every day. Even if I didn't understand the passage, I would still read. It just gave me that little something to go for the day. Now, if I were you and I couldn't read that well, I would use the audio Bibles. They're found all over the internet. And then also, I would start reading the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They're easy to read passages. And the last one is prioritize yourself. Stay physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy. Unfortunately, I learned this at a late age. But when you put yourself first, physically, mentally, and emotionally, it's easier to do things for other people. And I'll give you an example. When you're in an airplane and they're about to take off, the stewardess always comes up to the front of the airplane and she does this little skit. And she tells you what to do in the case of an emergency. And they bring out the oxygen mask that hangs from the ceiling if there's an emergency. And they always say, put the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on anyone else. So, same thing with you. Prioritize yourself before you prioritize anyone else. All right? And don't feel guilty about it either. So, I will always give you the facts and tell you the truth in your position as a foster kid. Please recommend this channel to anyone you know who has aged out of the system, or share your experience of aging out below. Thank you for watching the channel.